So I'm doing the same thing again. I'm going to the same process, same path, time management. And this time I'm going to personal. This time I'm going to personal sub-area groupings. We have done with this one. And now what I'm doing is I'm going to personal sub-area groupings. And I'm clicking on this. So we can maintain, for example, we can maintain for our, you can go to this one, personal sub-area grouping, group personal sub-areas for the work schedule. I'm going to this node, group personal sub-areas for work schedules. So whatever you created personal areas, you might have created different personal areas. So for that personal areas, I'm maintaining the code, PS code I will maintain. So for example, we are going to this one, PS region 11. For example, my code is PS region 11. I'm using this personal area. You can use your own. There is no problem with that. Whatever personal areas you created, you can use. So for personal area 2011, personal sub area 1001 corporate office, I'll use any 2-digit number. Any of the 2-digit number you can use. Any number you can use. For example, I'm using some 15. And for sales office, you can use another number, say 7673. How you are differentiating? The question is how you are differentiating. Meaning, if the personal sub-area group of the work schedules, which are different from corporate office and sales office, I can maintain a different one. There is no rule that I have to maintain a different PS grouping code. I can maintain the same one also. There is no problem. I can maintain the same one also. It depends on how your requirement is. So I'll try to save. Other things I will try to maintain. Required, I will save it. What I'll do is let me save it. Now it is saving. This is saving because PS grouping is already existing. 15 is existing. Otherwise it will not save. For example, I'm changing some, I'm using some 7 to something I'm using. And now I will try to save. No, it is not saving. Okay, it's already saved. Okay, meaning this is also existing. Let me try 8686. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to save a number which is not existing. Okay, this is also saving. Let me check. Let me check. Almost all the numbers are existing. That's why it is behaving like that. 92 is not there. Yeah. Let's see. Again, I will try to create an error. Here, I'm using 92 and 92. It is throwing an error because it's not existing. PS grouping for work schedules. I'm maintaining any random number is fine. Any random 2-digit number is fine. This is also 2-digit number, random number, but it is not existing in the configuration. That is the problem. You can go to that one or this one. It depends on you. And for different personal areas, I can use the same one or a different number. Meaning, based on personal area, And based on personal sub area, if there is a difference in work schedule, then I can use another different number. Otherwise, I'll use the same. Now let me use 15. Now let me use 15 and I will save it. Let me save it. Yeah. For my personal area and sub area, I'm using one PS grouping I used and saved it. I'll go back now. Here, what I will do is I'm going to the next node. This is PS grouping for work schedule and DWS grouping for work schedule. Here the configuration is already configuration is already existing, meaning for 0808 is assigned, for 1010 is assigned, for 1212 is assigned, like that. For 1515 is assigned, for 9032 everything same numbers are maintained. Previously I took 92 but it threw error because 92 is not existing here. 92 PS grouping is not there. 91 is there, 93 is there, but 92 is not there. So I intentionally created an error. PS grouping you are maintaining. Meaning if I go back and create new entries with 92, for example, for 92 DWS also I'm assigning 92. You can assign anything here also. But for configuration consistency, let's suppose I'm maintaining 92 for 92 PS grouping. I'm maintaining the same DSWS grouping and saving it. This will save. There is no problem. Now what I will do is I can go back. I can go back to my previous configuration. Let me go to my previous configuration. I'll go back to my previous configuration. Now I can use for my personal area and sub area. For my personal area and sub area, I can use 92. Now there will be no error. There will be no error. It will save without problem. Meaning based on PS grouping, I'm using this. If you require, you will create. Otherwise, you can delete also. There is no problem with that. So I have taken 15 PS grouping in the previous one. Now I have saved 15. For 15, I can use a DWS grouping. What I have done is I have taken 15 for my personal area sub area. I can use either 15 or I can use another any 2-digit code. DWS grouping I can use any 2-digit code. For configuration consistency, same numbers are maintained: 10 10 11 11 12 12 15 15 maintain. Let me maintain 65 for example. Anything I can maintain for DWS. I will save it. For example, I'm saving it. I can save. So you can classify the work schedule: PS work schedule grouping, DWS work schedule grouping. So you are specifying PS grouping, how many hours an employee is working for a particular day. How many hours an employee should work on a particular day. How many days an employee need to work for a particular time period. Time period, it can be monthly or annually or daily, weekly or something. That's what you are specifying, for example. On the other hand, DWS grouping, you are maintaining how many hours an employee is supposed to work and the time. You may specify a time frame: log in, log out time, swipe in, swipe out time, hours, how many hours, 8 hours or 9 hours, something will be there. So you are saying an employee need to work out for a particular number of hours, for example. So I will save it. I will go back. Let me open an Excel sheet and I'll explain it in a better way. So for example, I'm maintaining here, let me maintain personal area, and I'm maintaining personal sub area, for example. Let me maintain number of days per week, number of days per week, number of hours per day, number of hours per day. These are I'm maintaining one by one. Let me maintain like number of hours per day, for example, you are maintaining. And you can maintain the PS grouping, for example, PS grouping, DWS grouping also you can maintain. This is how we are maintaining. For example, let's say this is something we have maintained. For example, we have maintained say something we are maintaining like this. Let me, what I'm trying to communicate is how you will do it in real-time project. That's what I'm trying to communicate. For example, you are maintaining some personal areas, for example, 2001, 2002, like that you are maintaining, for example. Like that, let's suppose all these are personal areas you are maintaining. And personal sub areas also you are maintaining similarly. For example, you are maintaining like that. And there may be more personal sub areas than this Excel sheet is specified. You can say number of days per week, for example, for a particular group. I can say for a particular group, for example, EE group or regular employees, whatever. Let me, it depends on regular employees. Regular employees in plant or in corporate office, whatever it is. For this employees, regular employee, maybe there may be some codes you are entering. For example, some 51, 52, like that you are maintaining like that. For example, this is additional, this is not to be confused. Number of days per week, you are saying 5 days per week they will use. 6 days per week, for example, 5 days per week. Some people are working 6 days per week, some people are working for 5 days per week, some in particular personal sub areas. So what I'm saying is, like this, I'm maintaining some random data like this. In some personal sub areas, they work for 5 hours. In some personal sub areas, they work for 6 hours. Like this, I'm maintaining some data. For example, number of hours per day, they should work for 8 hours per day. They should work 7 hours, for example. 9 hours in this personal sub area, or this is 7 hours, some 7 hours, this is some 8 hours. This is 9 hours, this is some 8 hours, like this you are maintaining, for example. Like this you are maintaining. So for this I can maintain some combination, meaning number of days, 5 days per week, Monday to Friday, for example, and you are working 8 hours per day. If I consider this as some 10 or 11, suppose PS grouping, this combination is different. 6 7, let me consider 12. 5 9 is another combination, let's say 13. 6 7, it's already there, this combination, which is 12. I will type 12, not 14 again. 5 8 is there, yes, it is nothing but 11. Like that I will build up logic. 5 9, 5 9 is 13. 13, I will type 13 here. 6 8, 6 8, what is the combination for 6 8? 6 8 is not there, so I will go with 14. Like this I will build my logic. For DWS, what I will do is I will DWS grouping also I can maintain. For DWS grouping I will maintain. How I will maintain? Based on the clock in clock out time, log in log out time. I may be maintaining some 21, or for the same combination, this is also 11, this is also 11, but it may be different DWS grouping for me. This is 21 22. Why there is difference in DWS? Because you are specifying the number of hour, not only hours but time frames. 8 hours per day or 9 hours per day. You are saying an employee should work in corporate office for 8 hours, but when? From morning 5 to afternoon 12, or how is it? Or 9 o'clock to evening 6 o'clock. So that there is a difference between log in log out time. This is how you will go back and come. Before you configure, you will maintain like this in the Excel sheet. Let me go back to the SAP screen. What I'm doing is I'm going to daily work schedules. Daily work schedules. This is where I'm going. Then I'm going to define break schedule. Define break schedules. We have discussed in theory part, we have clearly discussed about the break schedules. We have discussed. I will click on that and I will click on determine break schedules. Determine break schedules. And I will click on new entries. Why I'm doing this? I want to create certain number of breaks in the company. What are breaks? During working hours there may be some breaks like lunch break, other break. That's what I'm trying to do. Here I will type the DWS grouping which we have created at 65. For example, I'm typing 65, and you can maintain some any of the 4-digit code. You can maintain any of the 4-digit code. Let me maintain 8264. 8264. Anything I can maintain. I can also use alphabets also. Any number I'm using. Any of the number you can use. Here number is nothing but the serial number. I'm typing 01. How many breaks you are specifying how many breaks. For example, I'm typing 01. Start and end. For example, in the company, there is a lunch break. Lunch break between, say, 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So I will not type 01 because in SAP you have to type like 13:00, meaning it is 1 p.m. and end is 1 hour break. For example, 14. It will end in 14:00 hours. It's a 24-hour format and you have to use exactly this format only. 14:00, meaning 1 hour break. I'm leaving this blank. I'm maintaining, for example, unpaid. Unpaid, for example, I will maintain 1,00. 1,00 meaning 1 hour. 1,00 is 1 hour. Or you can give 30 minutes also. It depends. If I want to give 30-minute break, so I can type 13, 30. I can maintain in that case 0,50. What is this 0,50? It's nothing but half hour. How you are calculating half hour? I typed 1. I typed meaning it's 0.5 hours. It means instead of point we are using comma here. You have to remember that. You have to remember the hours are in 24-hour format with the colon 13 dot this one. This is the exact format. And instead of dot, you are using comma. So 0,50 actually means 0.5. This is nothing but 0.5. 0.5 what? Hours. 0.4 hours meaning 30 minutes. 13 to 13:30 meaning 30 minutes unpaid break. If it is a paid break, you will type paid. In paid, you can type 0.50, you can type. And I'm saving it. I'm saving it. This is one type of break I created. I can create other type of breaks. For example, I'm using the same DWS grouping 65 and I'll use a different number. For example, I will use 9735. Another altogether new number I'm using. I want to create multiple at once. So I'll type, for example, serial number 01 and I'll maintain number, say 10 o'clock morning, 10:00 to 10:15, for example, 10:15. This is a break. Morning 10 to 10:15, 15 minutes break is there. I'm keeping it blank and I'm keeping it unpaid. For example, I'm typing 0,25. What is 0,25? 0.25 hours, meaning 15 minutes. 10 to 10:15 is 15 minutes. 15 minutes meaning 0.25 hours. This is paid or unpaid hours are in hours. There is no concept of minutes or seconds. Everything hours also only. 25, for example, you are maintaining like this. And let me save this, keep saving it. Next, I want to, there is another type of break. So I'll type 6 phase for the same one. This, you can see, this is a different type of break I created. And this is a different type. This is 8264. This is 9735. But I want to create 9735 once again. for a particular break. Why? Because for a particular break schedule, it is possible that more than one break is applicable in a particular day. For example, this time I will not type 01, I will type 02. 01 is here, 02 is here. 01, this one is a different break schedule. Let me type, for example, 12:00 to 13:00. 13:00, for example, I'm entering for 0,50, half an hour. I'm entering. I will create another type of break. Another type of break you can create. What I have created, I can create, this is an example, for example, of a fixed break. This is also example of fixed break, which is can be unpaid or paid. This I can maintain, for example, 14 or 15. Let me maintain 15. I'm maintaining 12 to 15, 3 hours, but unpaid I'm saying half an hour. I'm saying half an hour. Fixed break, flexible break, I am maintaining. For example, I will create another type of break. 65, same coding, 9735, serial number 03. Another break is applicable in my company. I'm not defining start time or end time. I'm keeping both blank. This is also blank. I'm maintaining, for example, some 25 minutes. 0, 15 minutes. 25, not 25, 15 minutes. Hello? Hello, Priya. Is it audible?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Your voice is breaking.
Yes, sir.
Your voice is breaking.
Actually, hello.
So I'm maintaining, keeping the start date and end time blank, and I'm maintaining unpaid 15 minutes. 15 minutes meaning 0,25. Why breaks overlapping? Mm, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can maintain 25, but I will maintain some 3 or 4 hours. For example, let me maintain 4 hours. Now I have used this field, 4 hours field. In after field, I'm using meaning after 4 hours, an employee can take 15 minutes break. 15 minutes meaning 0,25 hours. 0,25 hours meaning 15 minutes. There is no start and end time. After working for at least 4 hours, the employee can take 15 minutes break anytime. This is an example of a dynamic break. Let me go for another type of break. I'm using the 9735 again. Serial number 04, for example, serial number 04. Now I'm maintaining, for example, 20 meaning 8 o'clock in the evening, 20 to 2015. For example, 2015 I am maintaining. And in the paid column, I am maintaining some 0,25 again, meaning another 15 minutes. So this is a paid break. This is actually an overtime break. I'm creating overtime. Office hours are over by 6 or 7 in the evening, but this is 8 o'clock to 8:15 in the evening. There is a 15-minute, you can take a 15-minute break, which is OT break or overtime break. How do I specify that? I specify that in type 1. In type 1, I'm typing O. O meaning it is an overtime break, and you can save it. For example, I can go ahead and create another 973505, another type of break I can take. For example, I'm taking from 23:45, 23:45, or anything I can type 00:30 or 15, anything I can type 15. So meaning you can see night 11:45, employee is going on a break. Maybe he may be working, he or she may be working night shift, and employee is going on a break at night 11:45, and break is ending at midnight 12:15. Night 12:15 break is ending, meaning there is half an hour break. It can be paid break or unpaid break. Paid break or unpaid break. Or I can maintain. Otherwise also I can maintain. Otherwise meaning I can maintain, for example, 23:30 to 00:30, meaning 1 hour break is there. 1 hour. Employee is going at night. Employee is going night 11:30 and logging again at night 12:30, meaning there is 1 hour break. But for example, I want to maintain half an hour. Half an hour unpaid break. Or I can maintain half an hour paid. Both way I can maintain half an hour paid break or half an hour unpaid break. For this thing, I will click on this checkbox. This is called the previous day indicator. Previous day indicator. I have not checked the tick box for other breaks, but here I am checking the checkbox. Previous day indicator. Why I am checking this? Because here the employee is taking 1 hour break, but he has taken break on one date. In the next day he is coming. Date has changed. Today is 5th March. In 5th March night 11:30 employee is taking break. Night 12:30 he is logging again, meaning date has changed. 6th March it has become date changed. So how do you assign that break? Because you want to maintain the break on the previous day. Otherwise, system will think that employee has logged in morning 12:30 for the next day working hour. For the next day working hour, he should log in at 2 in the evening. System will think that it is his login time. No, it is his break time. So I'm maintaining the previous day indicator. This is also an interview question, and you can save it. So I have created two types of breaks here. This is one break and this is another break containing multiple breaks. I can use either one of the two. This is first one and second one. Like this, I created two break schedules. This is 8264 is one break schedule, 9735 is another break schedule. If you have questions, you can discuss now. Otherwise, log in tomorrow. Today is Friday. You can log in on Monday. If you have questions, you can discuss now.